Hi, it's Dr. Robinson, and I'm here to show transcribers how to very quickly use AI and get this huge image of work. And I'm just going to quickly show this to you. You can see images of graphs. Now we're going to emboss this off. I'll create that in Tiger Designer for her. And then I always put the instructions to say see embossed graph. So I'm going to take this huge image of coordinate planes and a mixture of different types of tables and totally inaccessible. So now I have three monitors, so I'm going to move this to the side and I can show you what I've been working on so far. So I'm just going to move this over. So let me do Windows Shift left arrow. Okay, and you can see how I've lined up everything linearly. Now I asked AI, because typing this out would have taken forever. So I used ChatGPT this time. Sometimes Copilot works better. But anyway, you can ask any AI program that you are really happy with and just say, make this accessible for a blind child. Now, my AI programs know I'm working with blind children. So they're, if I forget to say that, they're going to say, is this for a blind child? Because of course I keep its memory. And of course I say yes. And so they know how to lay this out for me. So you have to be very specific in your directions with AI anytime and then double check your information. Okay, so we could have gone with tables here and whatnot, but I didn't because I wanted to show them the graph and then see emboss graph and find all points. So the child is going to actually, and this is one of the first times she's ever done this graphing. So I've pointed out the points. We have to go over what the coordinates are and everything, but she's going to have the hard copy in front of her. And so I put the coordinates all the way down, and yeah, as you saw, they're a mixture. And you'll notice how it's all linear. Another thing I also do is I go to the layout because remember they've got their braille display and they don't need fancy tons of spacing on the side. Remember in braille copies it's two spaces in, and I pick narrow. Then it changes it, which puts more content into a page and it makes it smoother braille reading on their braille display also. Okay, so that's just another clue in. And now we've got write the ordered pair and quadrant or axis for each one. So I'm very specific in my directions, and I only have to make slight tweaks because once again, I'm using my AI programs all the time to make these accessible. And it puts these out in beautiful. Now I've changed these to tables. I'm going to show you how I do that very quickly because what it does is sometimes it'll put an absolute value in there. Well, that's not going to read correctly. So let me just show you how you quickly change this to a proper table. So I click on the right-hand side of it and I delete it and I tab in, and that's basically what you want to do. All the way down, you'll see why in just a second. And get rid of this. And I probably transcribe, well, I don't know how many hours every day, a lot. And I have another transcriber also. Select it. And then you're going to do Alt NT in order to go to your table, and you can hit a V for convert text to table. You're going to get a box that says, and then double check to make sure it really says 2 columns and 6 rows. Well, yes, it does. You can auto fit to contents. I'm going to do fixed column to width because that's what typically most people accidentally do. And then I'm going to show you how to auto fit to contents, but you're going to want auto fit to contents right off the bat. And then how did you do it? Tabs. That's typically what I use, not commas or paragraphs. You could, but I don't. I use tabs and you'll see why. So I click OK. Now, because you're going to do this and you go, oh, shoot, I goofed. Go up to your table layout. Now, I want you to notice on your menu bar how table design and table layout opened. Anytime you insert a picture or a table or anything, you're going to get more options up in your menu bar. Just click table layout, and of course it always begins with Y. So if I hit my Alt, you'll see it. Oh, sorry, I meant something that, yeah, the Ys are like Acrobat and Tiger. The J's are going to be anything additional that's part of Word, okay? So it's JL. And then you're going to click auto fit, and then you can do auto fit to contents when you goof on that. Yeah, and it is a win because you're going to be getting pretty fast at this. Anyway, so you'll notice everything is aligned on the left. If your table ever aligns in the center or anything, Sometimes the screen reader won't even access it. Always make sure it's left aligned, Control L very quickly and get that over there. And now you can actually see how clean this is, determine whether each relation is a function. And of course, they have all this under on their broad display. So they're reading this, and now it's really clean. Don't divide problems. So of course, if you have the number up here and the problem down there, go ahead and put it all together. And of course, teacher note questions with graphs will work best with the student. Yeah. So this is what AI does. Okay, we know this. I've already talked to the teacher. She's already gotten everything together. And fill in is always easiest. Whenever they have a ton of images, fill in information is always easy. So once again, we're taking this completely inaccessible document, and of course, she's going to have all these embossed graphs, and I'll get those out for her. So that will be my next project. But that's how you use AI programs in regards to anything. But math and science are typically the most complicated. Okay, hope that helps, and off you go and make a really accessible content for all of our students. Talk to you later in the next video.